a mechanic scammed some of the world's wealthiest investors out of $1 billion United States dollars, approximately 8,500 crores. He boldly carried out this scheme in the US, without fleeing with loans or robbing a bank. Instead, he made all this money by selling solar panels. His plan was so dangerous that even major industrialists fell into his trap. But what exactly did he do? Who was this man who ensnared investors like Warren Buffett? And, most importantly, how was his scam exposed? Welcome back to another video by Fusion Art. Today, we dive into the story of Jeff Carpoff, a 36-year-old Californian who started a business repairing cars to make ends meet for his family. However, soon after, his business collapsed, and feeding his children became a challenge. Jeff was obsessed with becoming wealthy, so he constantly chased his dreams, though failure remained his fate. When his financial situation worsened, he began selling drugs to provide for his family. As debt piled up and he struggled to pay rent and other bills, selling drugs didn't seem like a long-term solution. So, Jeff sought a job and eventually found one as a solar panel salesman. Meeting with people every day to sell solar panels gave him insight into customer feedback. Soon, Jeff realized that while people were interested in buying solar panels, they were afraid they might get stolen. Jeff knew he could make a fortune by addressing this fear. He devised a plan. What if solar panels could be secured by fixing them onto trucks or trailers and storing them in a safe location overnight after use? The idea was solid, but Jeff lacked the technical know-how to bring it to life. So, he reached out to his brother-in-law, a mechanic. After some effort, they built a mobile solar generator on a frame with tires, allowing the solar panels to be locked and stored safely after use. At the same time, diesel generators were also popular in the market. However, Jeff had no idea how to convince people to switch from diesel to solar generators. Luck was on their side. A customer named Watson, who frequented their car repair shop, happened to be a software professional. When Watson learned about Jeff's invention, he offered to help create a company. They named it DC Solar, and Watson's team took over marketing. Instead of targeting the general public, they aimed higher by approaching Hollywood. At that time, movie sets used noisy diesel generators, making DC Solar's quiet mobile solar generators an attractive alternative. Their plan worked, and soon, several big movies began using their solar panels. In 2009, a famous American actor and producer posted a picture of these solar panels. Jeff began networking with big business people and never missed a chance to talk about his company at public gatherings. Before long, Jeff partnered with the world-famous law firm Nixon Peabody. Around this time, the American Congress passed a law tripling tax credits on investment in solar technology. This meant that any business purchasing solar panels would receive 30% of its investment back from the government. DC Solar capitalized on this by offering companies the chance to buy solar panels with just 30% upfront, allowing them to pay the rest in installments. With such a lucrative offer, no one could resist. DC Solar's network quickly expanded. In 2011, while watching a baseball game, Jeff received a message that the famous paint company Sherwin-Williams had ordered 192 mobile solar generators worth $29 million. Additionally, an American bank, interested in tax reductions and job creation, also wanted to partner with DC Solar. To convince them, Jeff created fake documents and statistics, making it appear as though the demand for solar generators was skyrocketing. The bank became DC Solar's first financial partner. Everything seemed to be going smoothly, but problems began when the solar generators installed on movie sets started malfunctioning. This was inevitable, as Jeff and his brother-in-law lacked the knowledge to build them properly. Nevertheless, Jeff continued taking orders, including from Sherwin-Williams, even though production was slow. When companies didn't receive their orders on time, no one was willing to lease the generators for 5 to 10 years. Without long-term leases, DC Solar couldn't pay its old investors. Jeff and his team devised a new plan. They would use the payments from new buyers to pay off the old investors. Meanwhile, they were also fraudulently claiming millions of dollars in tax credits from the government. Jeff now needed new investors to keep the scheme going. To lure them, he manipulated data, making it appear that solar generators were in high demand. He even deceived the insurance company Geico, which is owned by Warren Buffett, by forging a document stating that T-Mobile had leased 1,000 generators for the next 10 years. Eventually, an employee of DC Solar exposed the company, leading to investigations by the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, and the Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI. Jeff Carpoff was arrested, and it was revealed that he had been running a Ponzi scheme, using money from new investors to pay off old ones. The mastermind behind the scheme was sentenced to 30 years in prison in November 2021. He was found guilty of orchestrating a Ponzi scheme that defrauded investors of approximately $1 billion. His wife was